This is our review of Army Painter's Brush On Primer. It's a neat kind of gray primer that it is what they say it is, right? Brush on primer. And I've actually primed this piece here. This is the arm of one of my Death Watch miniatures. It's got a magnet in it there. You can kind of see that there. It's primered over. And I'm getting ready to paint this up actually for a future video where we're going to look at how we're painting these blades. And this little piece, I didn't want to bother going and getting out all this spray stuff to prime it, so I decided to use the brush on primer. And this already has been primed with it, and wanted to share some thoughts on it. Number one is it goes on real thick, but then it kind of dries thin. So like, look at this here. You can kind of see, like, it looks splotchy, but the detail is still there. Yeah, you can kind of see, like, it hasn't covered up any of that detail. It almost, when it dries, it kind of pulls away from the detail a little bit. You can kind of see it on there. And so I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out. And so I'm hoping I can take another color. Like, I really wanted to prime this black, so I'm hoping I can just take some Army Painter matte black, and I actually have some Army Painter matte black ready to go. And so I'm going to go ahead and paint that on here just a little bit and kind of see how it's covering. Because usually if you try to put on paint just straight on plastic miniature, it does not cover very well. I mean, even black, it just doesn't. And this primer, well, that already I can tell. Hard to get it to focus here on that piece of black there, but I can already tell that it is priming up way nicer with this black than had I not put on that brush on primer. So of course I could be just, painting colors over it. I want to put some black down before I do the next color on this, because it's important to have a black undercoat under the color I'm going to use for this blade. And I'm going to paint the rest of this silver, so I think I'm just going to paint the blade black here, and then I'll probably coat the rest with silver right over this primer. That is just going on so well. Okay, I am color me impressed, or paint me impressed, I don't know. I am very happy with how this is letting me just put this black right on over the top. It's not really focusing. It's kind of hard to see it, but I can feel it as I'm painting it. It really does make all the difference. So that's the Army Painter's Brush On Primer. I have not seen brush on primer from too many different places, but so I know Army Painter has one that's readily available. If you have one that's your favorite, let me know. I will say this is absolutely worth it. And this actually comes in one of their starter sets. They have a wonderful starter set that has like tools and paints and everything, and this is one of the things they include in it. So if you're getting started in miniature gaming, that is maybe the starter set to pick up. It has lots of good things in it, including this brush on primer. Let me see if they have it in their little catalog here. I'll show you a picture of it, the starter set. I don't know if they actually do or not have a picture in their catalog. I'm not seeing one immediately, but it's their $50 starter set. Comes with 12 different paint colors, including brush on primer. It's got like black and white and a brown and a silver, and basically one of each color. There's a red and a yellow and a blue and a green. And so no matter what you're painting, that's a great place to start. But as far as the brush on primer itself, just on its own, I'm going to say this is something you should absolutely just kind of have around. If you're one of those people who likes to have stuff around for, oh, maybe I'll need that. Grab one of these next time you're at your local game store. It worked perfectly for what I used it for just now, so I'm really glad that I had it. And if I run out, which I probably will eventually, I will definitely be buying more. I'm going to give this one a solid A, if not an A plus on here, as far as like on a grading scale. I am impressed with that quite a bit. So there you go. There's the review of the Army Painter brush on primer.